This tapestry they painted for us is not like we imagined. Instead, it's the remains of what's been torn apart. But it's hard to make the picture come back together to make sense of anything ever happening or existing or being, as to imply anything ever was or is. Because if it was what we said it was, it wouldn't have been that easily torn apart. Family. Illusions, inclusions, contusions, confusions. It's all just a part of the system's delusions. See how it tricks your mind into seeing how they see, keeping you included like you have their disease, cutting so deeply leaving ugly scars, just like they tell us we're free then throw us behind bars. Corrupt politicians, world leaders the same. Before you get your check, they make sure they're paid. Somewhere past the brightest star through a black hole to the left is a galaxy you're unaware of with no location but still exists. Its axis don't point north or south. It's moving all the time. The solar system is quite out of place, and it's changing all that time. It's a timeless world. It's a timeless world in the fifth dimension. Here they watch planet Earth. I can't go into detail now. They told me not to tell. I can't even tell you who they are, but is your soul for sale? If you sold it, how much would it be? Your spirit won't let you go. It's warning you, pay attention to Mother Earth as she cries and desperately screams and moans. For too long now we've lived on her like a cancer disease. We take and never give back, then we cut down all of her trees. There's an unspoken law, it speaks very loud, a test from our universe to find common ground. You see, every decision in every scenario is neither wrong or right. Instead, explains the good and bad we all carry deep inside. We find out if we can fight the most terrible of storms, if we'll just lay down to become a soul, to rebirth the reborn. The problem these days is man no longer cares. He does what he is told and nobody stares. It does not matter if his career slowly drowns him, as long as he lives up to the system they placed around him. Is he allowed to think for himself, or just do it their way, or sit in a cell? Are we creatures of consumption left to create our own hell? Does anybody appreciate the life we have? It's a wonder people call this place hell. No matter rich or poor, we all seem so sad. I would think so, what we're doing to this planet of ours that we're running. We build and we build until we reach a sky higher than some of those airplanes we fly, the ones that let off all those terrible gases into the air that we breathe, killing wildlife by masses. We sit there and we wonder as we watch an island form of plastic in the middle of the sea. The Great Barrier Reef, now just part of history. The planet rented from our children the day we were born. It is what we give back on our day that they mourn. People don't appreciate life till it's over. What if people did start out dead? He came from the shadows on the dark side of the moon. He knows our darkest secrets, he'll be coming for them soon. He holds our darkest nightmares, whistling that tune. He carries all the sorrow mankind has endured. He knows the angry words that hurt, making sure that they're heard. We're stopping by there to pick him up on our way to Earth today. Apparently most of all mankind has forgotten better ways. When we arrive, don't look him in the eyes. He will read you like an open book, remind you of your lies. If he looks at you and you look too, he's really nothing nice. He wears a black leather trench coat, black denim, and black boots. Black leather hat with an eagle on it, with skull and crossbones too. A leather hat with a leather hatband with silver buttons. His dark eyes tell the truth. He wears a black bandana to cover up his face. His undershirt, the color red, is the blood flowing out your veins. He's fond of knives, he'll cut you down. Don't get in his way. If you see him, hold your head down until he's walked away. He's the gatherer of darkness, that evil inside. He'll take it all from you and head back to the shadows. To rid the planet of the sins of mankind's doom, he takes the badness, sorrow, and fears away. He has to replace the lies with truth. Truth can have an ugly face. He won't take the memories of the past. Past too must be faced. Quite possible he greets you and leaves a bitter taste. He looks most like a pirate, long dark hair, black and red. Before we stop on the moon's dark side today, as the day will go pitch black. To the souls whose hearts are true and pure, with will to always try. He talks about the lady of the tides. Everyone you meet is fighting a battle you know nothing about. Be kind always, I heard the woman shout. That could not be hard to do, so I thought I'd try it out. As those thoughts lingered in my mind, it did not come about. As a lumberjack, I looked to the ground as I thought of all the trees. How do I ever enjoy that honey if I don't aggravate the bees? As a hunter, I wondered if the animals could forgive. After all, I depend on them to help my family live. I wondered, would my enemies ever have mercy on me? With all this confusion now, was I too blind to see? As the day went on, I picked apart every word she said. I remembered a story that my mother had read. A story about a soldier who fought against mankind's greed. How they lifted stone for treasure to find out peace was all we need. Although it may seem impossible, be sure you always try. If you don't, someday you'll look the devil in his eyes. The darkness is inevitable, but if we can show it some light, well, you all see what I'm saying, because you can see without your eyes. I covered up your lies with my guilt of loving you. It's more common than you would think for the most of you. Instead of discussion of problems or issues we face, we hide the truth from our loved ones in every race. No matter how small or petty it seems, it's still just enough to crush the biggest dreams. We torture ourselves with these little white lies, then wonder why it's hard to look people in the eyes. The cheating, the lies, the wholehearted cries, the instant confusion of someone dotting your eye, when all along you knew it was coming. Once your best friend and girl, and now they're... Yeah. A harsh reality soon will kick in, reminds you of who created this hell you are in. What I really feel bad for is the next upcoming lover, who's destined to face the hard times of another. So tell me, how did we get to this point in place? All the self-destruction of the whole human race. Because this civilization we're always wrecking, it's what keeps us divided and prevents evolution from happening. This game that they play on the back of this world was carefully designed for power and control. If we continue to cover up all these lies, this poor civilization could most likely die. It is the darkest place that I've ever seen. In order to live here, this man must be mean. It's cold, it's desolate, completely alone. The man on the moon's heart must be made of stone. As we approach, I see a man standing alone. More like a shadow, he had no home. Our doors opened up, he rode his Harley inside. Next stop, Mother Earth, to meet up with the tides. Now that we land on planet Earth, it was to much of my surprise. It was darker than the dark side of the moon. In different ways, but as sure as the sun, there was trash all around and it covered the ground. Pollution filled the sky. Black smog filled the clouds. Guilty of all of the devil's sins, the lingering of death like an angel's poison. Surely man has come up with machines to pick up his slack and desperately clean. After all, it's their fault, not trying to be mean. It's time to take charge, activate better dreams. Together everyone achieves more. Spells out team, so it seems. Thanks for being here, everybody. I appreciate it. But technology these days, it's become so advanced. We blow off our children like it's out of our hands. Rather than sitting at a table, enjoying a meal, exchanging stories, events, or how we all feel. We all eat separately on the go, on our phones, or behind the wheel. We seem to have forgotten about the good old days, where life was so good because of those good old ways. Nowadays, everything's rush, rush, rush. They're hiding the truth. They keep it hush, hush. We know less about our own sins than we do outer space. We don't appreciate what we have with such frantic pace. Anytime these days you just sit back and relax, it's easy to ignore. Look at these facts. Back in my day, we would get together and socialize. Nowadays, nobody even looks you in the eyes. We constantly depend on computers and phones, remote controls in hand, outflying drones. Everybody's racing to get their job done. We're all in this race. Has anyone won? It's a growing problem. It's just begun. When robots take over, it won't be much fun. When I was a kid, it seemed pretty cool how they can make a machine talk and follow all these rules. Now, as an adult, it brings so much fear. Instead of a man, it's machine of the year. What's the rush? Just sit back in your seat. If you buy something today, tomorrow it's obsolete. Nobody needs to think for themselves. We all have Google. It calculates itself. We can get on a computer and change definitions, or get off of our phones and take our kids fishing. It would give them attention and stop all the bitching. I seen a phone in the hand of a 3-year-old today on the internet trying to find games. You look at a teenager, it's already too late. Their mind's in the game, on lines where they date. Sexual activity now starts around age 9. After all, they've hit puberty, so everything must be fine. You know, the problem these days is these kids having kids. They no longer know lessons parents used to give. I remember back in the day, my grandparents watched me. Mother was away, always at work, trying to get by. Busting her ass just to stay alive. Working 2 jobs, to come home and work some more, just to fall asleep alone while scrubbing the floor. All we wanted as kids was some of their time. All they could do was work for that dime. I mean, if you get me wrong, my mother's the best. I know her battles, she gets an A+. As I got older, I found it all crazy, because all this technology's made everyone lazy. Now they got TikTok, YouTube, and Netflix. Only thing on my mind was the pool and hot chicks. Any drive-up movies for people to conversate. Any pool halls or skating rinks for people to congregate. Nowadays, kids don't even associate. They just look at free porn and over, oh wait. I bet you thought I was going to say something else. This book was not censored, but I'm leaving that part out. Who in the hell gets to make all these rules? The ones in charge are most definitely fools. Any need now for a man with his tools? Another machine is our government. They make their own rules. The Native Americans are the ones who are right. They, too, must have seen the light. It's not just America, it's world leaders, too. At one point, I was proud to be red, white, and blue. This hits everyone, seeing you struggle through every moment. That spells out the system in an acronym. This hits everyone, seeing you struggle through every moment. The system. Illusions, inclusions, contusions, confusions. It's all just a part of the system's delusions. Hear how it tricks your mind and hearing, seeing how it sees. Keeping you included like you have their disease. Cutting so deeply, leaving ugly scars. Just like it tells you you're free, then throws you behind bars. Corrupt politicians, well, leaders the same. Before you get your check, they'll make sure they're paid. Because we used to think that they were the man. They were sworn in with book under right hand. They taught us all about the American way. How we can have it all if we just do what they say. If we studied our books and we worked really hard, we could have that picket fence around our backyard. In our hearts, we always knew if we just followed the rules, we could have a good life like them too. Their house, their nice cars, their clean clothes too. No dirt on their hands in the land of the free. How can this be true? Any bones in their closets, any secrets to hide? We must not be like them because we've tried and we've tried. Is this American dream just a big lie? We did our homework, we passed our tests. The work's piling up, we're at it, no rest. We did what they said, had a house and a car. While living that dream, our wives moved afar. Our kids now gone too, and nowhere to go. They come in the room smiling to throw us a bone, just to find out that they're not alone. They brought their friends with them too, with badges half stone. They welcome themselves in with papers in hand to tear apart what we have left to love, then still think they're the man. They used to care about our health. Haven't seen doctors in years. All we have left now is blood, sweat, and tears. So we pull ourselves up, and we still find a way. If everything goes well, we'll see our kids again someday. But that's not enough for them. It doesn't stop there. Now they'll take our licenses for lack of childcare. The licenses we want to get to work, hunt, and play, when we seldom get to see our kids anyway. Over false reports, they take our guns too. Now we cannot eat. There's no help from them too. One thing for sure, we can call this a fact. We are nothing like them, for that we are glad. They're a different breed of monster, they got it all figured out. They are the cream of the crop. We're what they throw out. But that's their profile. They're profiling us. Nowadays we work for our government. Our government could care less about us. With that being said, we hang our heads in disgust. Or is it disgust? I can't tell. They keep us divided to wipe us all out, making it impossible to unite with all this doubt. Do we care about color, gender, or creed? Whether it's Adam and Stephen or Adam and Eve? The media sells it. They work for them too, along with the people at the courthouse and doctors too. Power of equality is a great concept. Both that and diversity they seem to neglect. How about the man in black, or should we say with white stripes, who's paid for what he's done, but still a victim of the time? The system in place should not remain in effect. What it does is ruins families and puts the poor more in debt. So we all lose our houses and our cars look like trash. Helps them profile us more. Now we can't afford gas. With one headlight out, made up reasons for jail. Jacking money for bond, raising money for bail. They feed off the poor, they pile on the stress. Like when I poured M&Ms into the DA's hand, leaving them overflowing, leaving him mad and embarrassed. Although a man can only take so much, they still say the offer's fairest. It's sad to know how they turned on us. We work for our government now. Our government's supposed to be working for us. Divided we fall. Guess we got it their way. Before we bid them farewell, will they hear what we say? We demand revolution or an evolution today. If this got out, what would people say? In case we didn't know for sure who they are, this is reference to our government. Let's clarify the start. I decided to rewrite it so everyone can understand. So those that don't know, Big Brother or the Man, other names for our government and their officials too, including our insolent boys in blue, cops that get on their stand and lie through their teeth. That's called contempt for both you and me, or for those who don't see. A recent poll shows minimum wage won't pay rent, but Palm Beach's lack of mansions left for sale has me bent. Talk about diversity and equality. The system in place is rigged for the rich and wealthy. So much for the American way, where the freedom is not free, so the poor get to pay. They keep us profiled, classes, houses, and cars, by how nice they look or what's in our backyards. Divided by tax brackets, keeping us blind. Truth of it all, most of us commit crime. That if you have money, you won't do the time. One thing for sure, Lady Justice ain't blind. We spend all our time trying to fix what we have. They can just buy a new one, so it can't be that bad. The system in place that we need to rewrite, it is just out of date, and justice isn't right. It affects smaller businesses, bringing middle class down. It's now just not the poor that are starting to drown. How can we evolve with all this divide? Which will we choose? Is it dark or the light? How do we know when enough is enough? When it gets so serious, there's no time for a bluff. When you look around the room and all you see is hung heads with tears, look into the eyes of the ones you love, seeing depression and fear. When you look to your heart and all that's left there is pain. The constant confusion and heartbreak leaves you feeling insane. Can we take a step back as a whole and decide, instead of this division, we'd have to set down our pride? Lennon sang it to help us imagine. Black Eyed Peas brought it with love, as questioned with passion. As so many artists and musicians are saying, no matter what God or religion, it's all saying the same thing. Hail to the Wookiees suggesting be the change and activate. Are we gonna be humans or evil primates? It's time to evolve. The world is one. Tell me I'm dreaming. It's already begun. If we all join forces, every color, gender, creed, start to learn to operate beyond our personal needs. Both the rich with the poor, if we can set aside greed, accepting bad with the good and good with the bad. If we all can just do one thing, by setting aside all the differences we have, maybe the rest of the universe would put Earth on the map. How can we evolve if we remain in this state? If we don't wake up now, it could be too late. Time, does it wait? Or does the universe? I'm not the one on this planet to say these things first. We're going down a path once chosen can't be reversed. If I speak for anybody but the poor, I speak for all the animals on planet Earth. By the power of the Cherokee and my ancestors' sake, I bring a choice we must make. Illusions, inclusions, contusions, confusions, it's all just a part of the system's delusions. This time speak how it tricks your mind into seeing how they see, keeping you included like you have their disease, cutting you so deeply they leave ugly scars, just like they tell you you're free, then they throw you behind bars. Corrupt politicians, world leaders the same. Before you get your check, they make sure they're paid. Look into the mirror. Look into the mirror? Look into the mirror without admiring your reflection. You can go anywhere, but at least have direction. People so caught up in their own world today, too busy to look around to see what's at stake. Just because I'm in it does not mean I'm of it. While they sit there and cast blame, I'll just rise above it. Waste all their time deciding what's wrong or right. They'd be better off just going out and enjoying the night. They're moving so fast they won't see what's ahead. If we don't hit the brakes now, our next stop could be. How can you ever enjoy what you have where they take everything you had? Don't think I don't stop to take my own advice. I've tried everything once, most things probably twice. So busy with life and it's spinning out of control. Like this roll of the dice. This might be the last roll. Are you constantly working just to keep what you have? Or staying busy like me so your mind don't turn bad? Maybe the thing is, nobody really gives a fuck. I'm not talking about the deer when I say the mighty buck. Out there earning that money because it's all that's on your mind. You're moving so fast you don't see them or I'll be blind. So busy and worried about what you're gonna put back. So your kids have something when you're gone. But it's time with you that they lack. Instead of worrying about all this gosh damn money, spend some time with your kids because this shit ain't funny. Sit there and blame it on all the youth today, when it was you that should have been home teaching them your way. But it's not your fault. You're just doing what you're told. One thing that's sure, this bullshit gets old. Anything in life you want to do starts with the mighty dollar. Like government itself has you by leash and collar. It's like people are so poor, is all that we have left is our money. Welcome to the land of milk and honey. More to me like the divided states of embarrassment. Land of sleaze, home of the slaves, all this beautiful land stolen. No one takes care of it. Do we give this planet to our children? We rent it from them. If even them, but their children's children. And is it even theirs? Mother Earth is their own. We should show some more gratitude rather than being the disease too far gone. What if we kick them when they're up and pick them up when they're down? That's the right thing to do. Fuck the empire and crown. These are just a few thoughts in my small little brain. Wonder what we could come up with if united we came. Like the war between Russia and the neighbor Ukraine. It's just a giant distraction while their real plan maintains. What they don't like at all is people like me who haven't been dumbed down and know I'm not free. Because if we think that we're free, then they got us contained. What they don't want us to know about is the third eye in our brain. Because if y'all look deeper into what I am saying, the pineal is the target in either decaying. Since you were a kid, like when you go to the dentist, the fluoride they're using shows why the snake is so venomous. They will put it in our water to help dumb us down. They will rewrite our history so we all look like clowns. Take the media, for example, if we take a steep step back. You're too glued to the screen. Will you even react? The commercials they play, they're not all the same. They differ from tax brackets, countries too. I'm just saying. The root of all evil, is it definitely money? How can I be so rich without a dollar to fund me? I will tell you all how if you're all still listening. I'll put all my investments in the ones who surround me. It won't take a nickel, a penny, or a dime. All it takes me is I give them my time. I lend a hand whenever I can. I treat them all equally, woman and man. I give all I got and expect nothing back. And when I mess up, I don't turn and attack. I own my shit. I grow and I move on. I keep doing my best from dusk until dawn. I don't know all the answers. That's why I try to raise questions. If we don't challenge ourselves, there's no valuable lessons. Speaking of values and lessons we learn, do you have a moral compass? If you don't, it's my turn. THURL is my compass. It won't lead me astray. It starts with trust, one thing people lack today. Once trust is in place, we can all then have honor. Then we can unite. Without that, we're all goners. With trust, honor, and unity, we begin to respect. With those cornerstones, the foundation is met. Now we can build with a solid start. Let's not forget the most important part. With trust, honor, unity, and respect now in place, the loyalty we all seek is the loyalty we can make. Sounds like a pretty good damn start for the souls asking why. I can constantly hear all the desperate cries. Although what I speak of may seem like a metaphor, I bet you all of your money. It holds up to the storms. My body is my temple, and my temple is mine. Now will you tell me your thoughts, and I'll pour us some wine. They called it misguided teachings of the poor lost souls. It was of godless creations with stories unsolved, rage-filled habits and burned-down house, ghostless scenes that were known too well. There's something living in our brains, still keeps us from being sane. Keeps cut myself too deep this time. Now we got us in our prime. Chainsaw grinding down on bone. Suddenly we'll feel alone. Darkness of the better days. Hearts tear apart in so many ways. Life's a bitch and then we die. They say fuck the world, let's go get high. Twisting turns, no lefts or rights. Finding hell and paradise. Improper professions and crooked lives. Dirty dogs and kids with lice. Favorable cops for unfavorable deeds. That's what every country needs. To hell with all the things you tote. It's gonna sink right with the boat. Loads of money covered in blood. Countless numbers of bodies now deep in the mud. They made me a captain of the ship of fools. It was a place full of poor lost souls. It seemed to draw them all in. They seemed to finally have met their end. The hopeless, reckless, and beaten down that seemed to have already hit the ground. The ones who never hit rock bottom. I'll tell you all, this sure was not them. The hungry, poor, misunderstood. Some been that way their whole childhood. Some would steal, some would lie. Some would cheat, but some still tried. Regardless if they seen eye to eye, they learned the things their captain stood by. Like a compass he always held close by. They claim it came from some third eye. The captain was a keen young man whose love for the sea could never end. Her long dark waves and curves, both high and low, the tight pressure of her depths, the way she caressed his boat. Oh, and how her current would keep him afloat. The sweet ocean breeze that carried her scent. The calm nights with the moon were to him heaven sent. Most of all, he loved her tides. How she kissed the moon on every night. His love for her forever flowed. She loved him too, that's all we know. Sometimes you got to make decisions that hurt your heart but calm your soul. We just wanted to feel something more than that soul-crushing feeling and that heart-wrenching sadness. Wanted to let in the light even if it was just the light of the next full moon. They said they want to send the police to come and fight me. What did they think, like they was going to even like me? There ain't no nation like a nation's domination. False made up crime doing time, now they want me on probation. Police and judges want to pass me in a letter. They can take that badge off and we'll see who's feeling better. Rage Against Machine, they showed me good advice. They told me know your enemy. I'll serve it cold on ice. They were right about the teachers. All they did was hold me back. The psychos and psychologies. Better take this as a fact. For the cops that threw me into jail, I got one for you too. Your badge, your gun, your beat up wives. The evidence points to you. Trouble sleeping and broken hearts, dried up tears last minute starts. Life's a bitch and then we die. A covered lie, undercovered lime. Bleach stained hair and false identity. Now they see the life ahead of them. Seems to me the same old story. If you don't like it, they'll be gone by morning. Point me to the nearest station, constant as my mind is racing. Shattered mirrors of lost souls burning. Wheel in the sky has stopped its turning. Planets all lined in a row. What we reap is what we sow. Time or not, the wind is changing. Rain the rain with the winds of change over range of all of your feelings. Release all that may possess you under the possession of your possessions. Just about done with this. Feel like you can't take no more? Like Gimpy Neff said, and nothing more. Don't go left because nothing's right, or right you're left with nothing more. Feel you're in too deep and you can't turn back. Finding fast not to react. There's something eating at your brain. It's probably driving me insane. My whole life people walked out on me. So I'm not going to become the monster they want me to be. I'm not like them, it cannot be. Is memory fading fast for me? The real truth is I've seen the light. The darkness is not just at night. It's hidden in the day, buried behind pretty faces, hidden under their fancy clothes, covered up under the things they own. It's not just government, it's most of us, including me. How do I trust? I have not anything left to honor. So who do I unite with? Am I the goner? No respect left for anyone these days? Is loyalty now just forgotten ways? So do I bury throw in the ground? Forget about its very sound? When I lift my head again, forget the bullshit I was in? Till it's right back at my door, like it was the day before. This life of mine is hard to leave. All it does is bury me. The whole truth is I have no regrets. They take till nothing's left. My life is over, they killed me good. Now I'll start over like I should. I did nothing to anyone. Now I'm on the run. Poke the bear. It's lots of fun. Sure gets laughs from everyone. You try to burn me to the ground. But like the phoenix, I'm rising proud. About the time you think it's said, I'll resurrect right from the dead. From the ashes, I will rise. I come back stronger and more wise. Misdirection came along. Misdirection made me strong. Misdirection saved my life when they thought they was going to watch me stab myself with that knife. Misdirection coming soon. My misdirection got them too. Look deep in your soul. Stare it right in your eyes. Don't walk away now. Give it a try. Before we go further in this thing they call life, as your heads all hang low with tears in your eyes, done holding on regrets, demons growing inside, fear of death of the ones around you, the constant worry will definitely drown you. How can you die when you've not yet to live? If we don't appreciate living now, we're doomed to die again. How many times will we have to die before we learn to live? How many times will I sail as captain on this ship that we're in? All hands on deck, grab your effects. It's time we settle all the debts with no suspense, just pure intense. Grab your hats, the shit gets intense. Don't forget your compass, it won't lead you astray. To keep yourself centered, use earth, air, fire, and rain. Always no direction with haste and fair speed. Give your heart plenty of time to learn your brain's needs. Always answer to what suits your soul. With your soul and your spirit, you can never be alone. What is right. What's wrong will never be. If you already know, why must you still read? If I told you the answers, would you listen to me? Just turn them into your thoughts, then say you believe. NQ would say, most of what you think is from somebody else's brain. If you obtain this far knowledge, can you see me the same? Always be ready to set sail. Most of these people still lie, cheat, and steal. Call them your anchors. They'll hold you down. Hold on, let's remember, we're not breathing to drown. If you think life is over and the world has nothing left to give, start giving to the world. It's the right way to live. Be the change you want to be. The possibilities will always be. Just watch your dreams manifest and learn to believe. Set your goals in place. Follow your heart and your dreams. If you feel like you can't do this anymore, once again waking up on the floor, not knowing how you got there or what you did, just knowing the feeling of being helpless and torn away, dragged down, kicked to the ground, just for others' entertainment, as I tear my life further down. No concern about sadness, sorrow they may bring, the trouble they cause or hate they breed. I wish I could take this feeling I have. This constant worry drives me mad. It's like I'm running out of the best thing I've been dealing with my heart, and it holds all the fools I keep healing. Do they care about me? Or if I'm dead or alive? That's the truth. No matter if I strive. I try to help everyone out, no matter how many times I've stopped to listen to their troubles pour out. No matter how much of their negative energy I take, they seem to forget some of the sorrow and pain. I hold a secret safe within myself. It's a promise, a vow, and a shepherd, no doubt. Sounds funny to you, but yes, it's true. I'll take the darkness away to allow the sun to shine through. Back on all of you so you have better days. The darkness where I'm left alone, just waiting for my day. When it's finally all over and everything's done, then I'm no longer fighting for everyone. I want nothing back from what I do. The problem is you don't see it true. As I've died so many times before, just like I died yesterday while coming ashore. I just pray that if there is a God, he'll take me away. Please don't wait till tomorrow. I mean yesterday. I'm done with this world now. I'm all burned out. Although I'll fade away, this fire in my soul will never burn out. It's a light for all of you. Light's found in the core of darkness where I found all of you. Another ride on the roller coaster of lost souls. I will remind you all we're on the ship of fools, that fast sinking bucket down at Shipwreck Cove, where all the mermaids will leave you feeling alone. No matter what you do, no matter how hard you try, you still play the fool in a princess's eye. If made a queen, she'd just throw it away. It's your life she'll have by the end of the day. It's your life to live. Don't waste it on games. But this planet is ours. We should find better ways. Learn to treat people better. Keep THURL in mind. Make sure to try to always be kind. Remember to fight through all of the storms. They're there to build character for your return to the source. Make sure to look one another in the eye. Just smile and wave and calmly walk by. It's easy, people. We could do this today. We could stop all our bullshit and be on our way. We could finally evolve the world as one and possibly be our Father's son. A reason to enjoy or have a good time. A reason to remember a wonderful rhyme. A reason to know why love must be the day fear becomes earth history. Angels and jewels or diamonds and guns. Fake-ass cops and prostitute nuns. Broken hearts and shattered crowns. Coward pukes with the last name Downs. You call this shit funny. You got nothing to show. You call her your girlfriend. Your girlfriend's a hoe. You will never know what's left of my soul. Stomp on my name and watch your love grow. I thought I needed someone, but I'm best known as wrong. On the dark side of the moon is where I belong. I woke up this morning on the wrong side of my gun. I fought for my life like I fought for my sons. All of this fighting and nothing to show just prepares my heart for much dying alone. Mind always racing at such dangerous speeds. Everyone around me, yet none that I please. Are humans in fact Earth's most lethal disease? The way of our youth, just kill us all please. The new way of her kissing is her down on her knees. Life is short and it takes so long. How do we enjoy life when everything we do is so wrong? This is why there's fire in my eyes. It's that pure intense heat as your blood starts to rise. It's that backdraft in the room before the whole place burns down. Or throwing a kid in water who's already afraid to drown. Like poking a bird that's on the ground half dead. Laughing with your friends as you spit on its head. Until someone like me ruins your day. I stomp on the poor thing and set its soul free. It's a lesson for you, but you probably won't see how most people are known to treat other living things. Like skinning an animal for money or price as you're walking away when it lays there and dies. Do unto others, I believe, is how it goes. That's not just for people. You should already know. If you cannot help me, that is fine, because I've spent my final dime. My time is up here. My time's been cost. Exhausted all my energy. Now everything's lost. In time or space, alone in a very dark place, bursting on my light like a lonely beacon, desperately flashing for anyone seeking, waiting alone, listening for any desperate cries, to assure them and guide them peacefully until their time will light the sky. I loved all of you the most. Peace out now, goodbye. Constantly worrying and wondering and wasting time. It's time to move on. Everything will be fine. Remember to dream and love one another. Never question, instead hug your grandmother, your grandfather, your mother, your father, your sister, your brother, your cousin, your relations. Think about that for a minute. It's the whole world under one nation. The world now free of political views. A world now free of aggression and undying truth. A lesson in need for the world is one. Sacrifice made for our daughters and sons. An understanding and trust for the world to come. One thing for certain and reliable, we all return to the same soil to be recycled and reborn. The unstoppable force of mankind, with Mother Earth as its source. So to all of you, as a gift and farewell, to invoke a truce between one another, no matter the color, religion, or other, to set aside differences, to settle the debts. The decision's been made. Let's pay off mankind's debt. Manipulative mind games and mass distortion always ends with uneven proportions. Go all in and get nothing back. Just a few strokes short of a heart attack. Broken glass and punctured hearts, often where the story starts. Cut up legs and bloody knives. Shattered bones and tear-filled eyes. Honest men with cheating wives. Try so hard you'll once die. Poor lost souls without life rafts. Soon we see the aftermath. Misleading promises and hopeless nights. A pair of brass knuckles fits just right. Political failure and mask on your face. Concentration camps could be the next thing we face. Rookie cops learning from their corrupt dads. That's not all this country has. Corruption so high in these government seats. Who do you think's putting meth on these streets? All of these boys who call themselves men don't even know how to treat their women. Instead end up in more of the mess that they're in. Cheating and lying rather than actually trying. Better check, because it might be your soul that I'm buying. If you're wondering, we call this the United States, where everybody here just learns how to hate. Keeps you questioning all this hate, still yet knowing the love. Keeps you questioning about anything above. Heaven or hell, is it all just the same? God or the devil will be calling our name. Is there nothing more left to gain? What is wrong with everybody these days? Anyone you help can destroy you in many ways. Nobody truly knows what other people face. We all have our lessons. We grow in different ways. Nothing is perfect, for its imperfections that give something its perfect face. Something most definitely comes from nothing. Place your bets, or are you just bluffing? What I'm saying is get up, because everyone's being lazy. Unless you're busting your ass, then you might call me crazy. Everyone thinks the opposite of love is hate. In fact, it is fear that leads us down to Hell's Gate. I came up differently than the man I am today. Eye for eye, tooth for tooth is how I was raised. As I got older, I learned my lessons to forgive. But then again, this is my life to live. I thought they were all animals, so they made me a monster. Kind of sounds familiar, so there must be a problem. So maybe they're not monsters, but it's our job to stop them. But I'm nothing like them. I won't start a war with these pillars not yet placed. I have no foundation or floor. With the world now rushing with such frantic speed, north and south kind of tilt, fill the earth begin to breathe. She's been sleeping too long. It's time for Mother Earth to awaken. Time for evolution as the ground starts shaking. She must wipe the spider's web off her face. We're setting the clock as time is erased. Using air, fire, and water to cleanse herself out. To incorruption and violence we brought on ourselves. Turning herself upside down as the air clears out. Rearranging herself without any doubt. Clearing the sky for her much better days. For her much better self and her much better ways. I pulled the noose off my neck and I thought to myself, there's no reason for this if I'm already in hell. In a world that seemed to be falling apart, I knew that I had to follow my heart. I had to learn to love myself. If not, how could I love anyone else? The way to change the world is to work from within. That's where you begin. First clear the negative, then let in the shine. Remember, inside and out, to be kind. To oneself and another. Instead, hug your grandmother, grandfather, your mother, your father, your sister, your brother, your cousin, your relations. Think about that for a minute. That's a world under one nation. A world now free of political views. A world now in need of undying truth. A lesson in need, for the world is one. Sacrifice made for our daughters and sons. An understanding for trust for our children to come. To return to the same soul and be recycled and reborn for the unstoppable force of mankind with Mother Earth as its source. So to all of you, as a gift and farewell, to keep the soul in the world, to keep the whole world out of the hell, to invoke a truce between one another, to, no matter the color, religion, or other, to settle aside any question or settle any debt. The decision's been made. Let's pay off mankind's debt. Being loyal to no one will ever do. We need unity with people like you. The ones that never thought they belonged. Let me tell you something. You were wrong. The ones who felt unloved all their lives and felt like outcasts otherwise. You're not alone anymore. You're always welcome at my door. I know now what I'm here for. Although the hard times are not yet gone, I assure you, friends, it won't be long. The skies will clear, the clouds will lift. This dark energy is sure to shift. We are bringers of the light. We shine like all the stars at night. Impasse healers, givers too. Activists, idealists, and the busy bee type. I'm telling you all, this is not a hype. Poems and rhymes, like longer latitude lines, explain the direction to infinitive times. Whatever happened to true character? Our elders had so much more heart. They cared about one another and the ones around them before the world just fell apart. They seemed to have so much more structure. Their wisdom went further than words. They had more time to think before taking action. Things moved so much slower. Humanity seemed to have more traction. Life seemed so much more simple. In many ways, it probably was. Not that it was easier. At least they had time to love. I think it's time we slow it down, take a couple steps back, realize the Civil War was not just about slaving the blacks. I'm talking about the conservation instead of all this big industry, the corporate world that feeds the rich and forgets about the rest. We had plenty of time to take the course. I say humanity is failing its test. We need to all understand that there are different ways to live, for that is life. There will always be different ways to do things. Sometimes it doesn't seem nice. It's a fact we are all sinners in this wonderful walk of life. We might not always agree with one another, but it's not up to us to decide. What we need to understand now is that instead of choosing a side, we must learn to work together, find more solutions instead of causing fights. We should take all the world leaders together, tell them it's time to resign. I assure you, if we all just came together, the connection would leave you surprised. I understand there must be order, and there's things we should obey, like cleaning up this planet for our generations coming, so we don't look like such a disgrace. How to treat each other better, we all know we could improve. Don't matter if you approve of the way someone lives, as long as they're not hurting you. Let's not forget the other ones we share this planet with. Here we go. My problem I have with liberals is they got it in their heads that's how everyone has to live. That is not the case, I assure you. There's room for everyone. Once we learn to work together, possibilities just begun. When I say work, what I mean is everyone has to pitch in. Everyone has to do their part once they can find their place from within. That doesn't mean the rich have to give up all their money, although the poor would throw their last dime in. I'm not attacking money, but something must definitely change, because you shouldn't need any money to sit or eat in the shade. I'm not claiming to know all the answers. I'm not saying I know a way. When I think of the human body, I see something that lights the way. You see, if we are all just made of light and energy doesn't die, I'll tell you about something I think we should probably try. If my left hand were the positive and my negative were the right, my feet would be the ground. What if we connect to be the light? A light that lit up the universe to accompany our own sun, for the planets all around us and all the universes to come. If we all got on the same page, we could bring corruption down. We could end all career politicians. Our youth, I believe, knows how. They just need proper direction and guidance, if you will. But we will have to stop holding them back with over-prescribing them pills. Get the poison out of the water that they pass off to you and me. That, in fact, prevents evolution, and the government knows it's true. A system that's more innovative instead of dragging us down. It's time we all wake up now and learn to pass the crown. An alternative for money, we should not be commodities. One thing I know for sure, you can't escape if you think you're free. Trust, honor, unity, respect, and loyalty. Pay no mind to what others say or think about you. It's none of your business. Find something to stand for or believe in, or more than likely, you're going to fall for anything. Keep in mind that a man is just as good as his word. It takes twice as long to build bridges that you burn. Surround yourself with eagles other than wasting your time trying to change chickens. Comfort does not breed growth. There are people so poor all they have is their money. The longest journey ever is from the heart to the head. If you're not number one in your own life, you cannot exist as any other number, which makes us all one. Do not regret the things you've done, but only those you didn't do. Do the thing you fear the most, and the death of fear is certain. Never fear, live in the now. Experimenting on today could change tomorrow's mornings. Don't let the thoughts and opinions of others cloud out or fog out the shine of your dreams. You will never be free, believing in a government telling you that you're free. What stands in the way becomes the way. What doesn't kill us can simply make us stranger. Gypsy souls never die, so live a life free of judgment and treat people how you want to be treated. Try to enjoy yourself, live for the moment. 100 years from now, all the people will be new, so anyone who has a problem with the way you live, feel free to tell them too. Every now and then, we lived and were good, so God committed us to be pirates. Life is cruel and life is kind. Once played out, there's no rewind. What's done is done, so let it be. You can find both good and bad in me. Love is hard, but fear is worse. Leading a horse to water is fine, but it brings you much thirst. Sometimes when you leave, you can never come back. I don't have time to bleed, so tighten up the slack. Sometimes if you follow your heart, you will lose your brain. The eyes are useless if the mind don't see. Divided we fall. You can't escape if you think you're free. If you burn a bridge down, build it up perfectly. Ain't no ash will burn, so I keep that fire burning inside me. Don't let that fire burn out. If you cannot trust, you will always have doubt. The worst you can do in life is never to live. Give it all that you got and always forgive. In the ring of fire, nobody wins. After all, we should know love is the perfect sin. Running with the devil, you're going to burn. If you can't want to listen, you'll never know and you'll never learn. Experiments can blow up right in your face, but a gypsy soul never dies, but its spirit can run thin. Just know 100 years from now, you could be right back here again, just about to set sail, then start sinking again. Remember to swim, ride the tides to shore. You don't learn from your wins. I'm you, you are me, now together we can all be free. We may not have it all together, but together we have it all. Wookie Foot. Oh God, just look down on a world full of strife. We question our morals, our beliefs, and our lives. Why is it our whole life is full of questions and goals? Do we not feel the need for explanation and roles? Is it all just a conflict, a question of right? We must analyze it all day and all night. Must it always hurt so, the fact we don't belong? That we don't always fit into life's tale and song? Are we all just a brain cell on circuits unknown? Could we all just unite with a single cell phone? Are we all interactive? Are our brains interfaced? Are we all just the same? Are we all interlaced? No doubt all the answers may never be known, but I'll give up my questions and throw out my phone. Each day we cry for what we've done, the battles fought but never won, the love we gave that never grew, the pot that boiled but in a stew. The time we held our babes in hand and nothing ever went as planned. The times we tried but only lost. The times we cried and what it cost. The times of joy held us afloat, only to sink a foundered boat. It sometimes seems we cannot win. will Satan flash his evil grin. The world is now on high alert, and World War III we try to skirt. As people die and prices soar, we all still hope for so much more. I am working on some free courses to help people rebuild stuff from personal growth and relationships, so hopefully they're helpful to everybody, and keep an eye out for them.